Hello and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to Walton Street. This is the 4th of October's recording, with just 6 days to go until opening day of Hull Fair. I'm back again as promised, and let's check out the build and pull on progress with just 6 days to go here at Walton Street. Okay, so I do keep starting these videos in the same location, it just makes it easier for reference if you're following along and you want to see the progress of the build. It is around tea time now. I did wait until a little bit later today just because there was a Hull City game today and the traffic would have been quite bad in this area, given the fact that the stadium is just down there, and this car park is usually used as an overflow car park for the fans, the home fans. Obviously today that wouldn't be viable, so everyone had to find somewhere else to park, so all the streets and everywhere around the area was quite busy, so I thought I'd leave it a little bit later. It's about 4 o'clock now, but it's been just under 24 hours. I think I was here 23 hours ago yesterday, 22 and a half hours ago. So we get to check out what's changed in the last day, in the last 24 hours, or just under. Did touch upon the giant wheel there yesterday, so I won't go on too much about that. It looks like Crash Test is having something done to it, maybe? We'll check that out when we get to it. There is a Miami trip that's been put up. That was definitely not there yesterday. Again, it's a very, very windy day, so bear with me if the audio's not great. I did check yesterday, obviously, on the edit, and it was absolutely fine, and it was a lot windier yesterday, so I'm sure there'll be no problems with the audio today. But have a little walk around. I will go to the West Park area as well today. I'd skipped it yesterday just because of the weather, so I said I will go back today. So we will head over there and have a look at the wagons, the living trailers, and see what it's like over there. I did notice on the way in there's quite a lot of food trailers and things in that area as well, so we might get a nosy of those. There's a food on the move trailer there, look, that is actually open. So they've actually got one open, ready to serve the workers on site. There will be a couple of them, I think, that do get permission to open early and serve the workforce on the site. It looks like something is happening with Crash Test, because this is the Crash Test area. But we will do a full walk around the site and then we'll head over to West Park when we've had a look. That was the same sort of state as it was in yesterday. Crow's energy storm. That was pretty much put up like that a couple of days ago and has been left. We just need to get the cover over the top, I think, on that. So this is Crash Test having the foundation part laid down now. So yeah, I bet when we come tomorrow, I bet half of Crash Test is already put up. Let's see, shall we, tomorrow? There's not a lot going on at the minute. They have got some of the track actually out on the ground, but other than that, it looks like they're still working on just the platform there. Again, this is more of the track. I don't know how many trailers, how many lorries it must take to bring everything. And it's just such a massive, massive operation, isn't it? Just to get all the tracks on and then get them off and get them built. It's a huge, huge operation. And there's the carriages for the Crash Test. Looks like there is a little bit more activity than there was yesterday, but we've got to bear in mind there is still a bit of a breeze today. It's still, this storm Amy has not fizzled out quite yet. There is still quite strong winds, and obviously the higher up you get, the stronger the winds would be. So they're building a caterpillar coaster by the looks of it. And again, there is just a few more little stalls and juvenile rides in the centre here. But it's cool to see the actual crane lifting the track lock and putting the track in place. As I say, the operations, even on these littler rides like this, they're huge operations, so I can only imagine what it must be like working on one of the bigger, like the crash test. That's a huge, huge operation, that. So yeah, that's going to be one of the caterpillar coasters. I think there is usually only the one, possibly two sometimes, caterpillar coasters here at Hull Fair. But come back in a bit and have a little look at that once we've had a little walk round, just because it's actually in operation now. They're actually working on it as we speak. It's cool. They're doing it actually by hand, look. No machines needed, just two workmen lifting the track. I wonder how it works. I wonder if all the pieces are numbered and they match them up, or what? Like, would it be like a domino sort of thing where the numbers match up to the corresponding end on the other piece of track? Be interesting to know. Yeah, that's cool. The fact that they're actually doing it by hand, just two guys lifting a piece of track, moving it in place and then screwing it in. And we'll take a walk round, and then if I've got time I might pop back and watch them for a little bit when we've had a nosy round. That's the Superstar. That was the like that yesterday, and then the Tagada over there was in the same position and the same state yesterday, so nothing's been done with that. Looks like the top spin might have started to be opened up a little bit, but we can take a nosy and see what the updated state of top spin is. Toxic looks pretty much the same as it has the last couple of days. I think today's Saturday, I think tomorrow, Sunday, will be another similar day to this. From Monday onwards, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, it's going to be the biggest changes that we've seen, because Nottingham Goose Fair closes on the Sunday, and then from the Monday onwards everything's going to start arriving, everything. So it'll be exciting days for those updates next week. Ah yeah, they have started doing something with the top spin, look. That's cool. And then there's the Big Ben Tower here as well. I wish I could just spend all day with a chair watching them, because I'm fascinated by it, but for one, I don't have the time, and two, I just think it'd be uncomfortable for me to just perch up with a chair and just watch them. But there's the Big Ben Tower. Looks like there's a couple of trucks now. There was just one yesterday. Looks like there's maybe three. Oh yeah, there's the clock. Yes. Let's have a close look at the clock, because I bet you can't often get that close to this. There it is. Wow. That's another good thing about coming when they're doing this, because you get a close-up look of parts of the ride that are usually far too out of reach and out of sight to be able to get a close look of. So, there are another couple of parts there from the Big Ben Tower. So far, it's actually on 5 trailers. There's 2 there. And then there's 1, 2, 3 there. And there's the seat of Topspin. This is the back end, the opposite end of what we just saw. We saw the bottom of it. It's getting really interesting now, isn't it? If I lived like literally on Walton Street, where a lot of people do over there, I would like be out every couple of hours having a walk around just to see what's changed, what's new, what's arriving. Unfortunately, I just don't have the time, and I don't live like really close to Hull Fair, so I do have to make a journey to get here. But carousel. And then there's the fun house over there, which we have seen the last couple of walk-arounds as well. Hellblazer. Can't remember seeing anything of that yesterday. That may be new now for today. And the Freak Out definitely was there yesterday, I believe. Take a walk around the back of this one, see what's going on over at the Dodgems. I will say as well, if you are planning to come to Hull Fair and you are planning to be here early on, if you're planning to sort of leave by 6 o'clock, then it is a good idea, if you're going to do some rides, to get the Hull Daily Mail newspaper. It's about £1.50 I think for the newspaper, but it does include for about 3 of the days running up to Hull Fair, so 3 of the days next week and then maybe a couple of days during the fair, there is a set of vouchers, 50p off any ride on the fairground here, not including anything on Walton Street out there, the juvenile rides at the bottom, but anything on this car park site. 50p off per person using the little vouchers. So if you've got a couple of kids and they want to do 4 or 5 rides each, you can end up saving a good £8 or £9, but they are only valid for a limited time. I'm sure it's 6 or 6:15, maybe 6:30 p.m. that they stop taking them. So it's only really of any use if you are coming early on to do some rides on the main car park site here. But we tend to get them every year. If you just use 3 of them, you've got your money back from the newspaper. So anything after that, you're saving 50p every time you use one. So it's well worth doing if you're going to be doing some rides before dark. There's Around the World, looking the same as it did yesterday. And then there's the Dodgems again. So, in all honesty, it doesn't look an awful lot different to this time yesterday. There's not a massive change. I think the biggest changes will be coming on, as I say, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So, I think tomorrow might be pretty much the same as this. There might be a few more additions tomorrow, but we're really going to see the changes from next week onwards after tomorrow. And as I say, I will be here every day up until opening day. And then I will try and get down on the Saturday as well. It opens on the Friday at 4 o'clock. I will be here for opening. And then on the Saturday, the next day, there's Razzmatazz Waltzers. yeah, so I think I will be here on the Saturday as well. So not only the opening day, I will try and get down on the Saturday, maybe fairly early, about lunchtime. That might be the day I do the food tour, or I might just do a couple of rides, or I might just do a walk around again. So not 100% sure yet. We will see how it goes. As I say, on Saturday evening, we are leaving the country just for 3 days. We'll be back on the Wednesday, so I will be back onto Hull Fair on the Wednesday. And then for the next few days after that, up until closing. And then on the closing day itself, I will be here. And also on the pull-off day on the Sunday. So there's is that the Sea Storm? That's a classic. Sea Storm is always located in this area, just tucked behind Bob Carver's chip shop. That was one of the very first rides I took Maisie on at Hull Fair, and it sort of became our tradition that we did the Sea Storm every time we came to the Hull Fair. But I think she's a little bit too big for it now. She doesn't tend to have that much interest in Sea Storm anymore. Now she's a teenager. To be honest, she doesn't have that much interest in coming with me anymore. Now she's a teenager. She'd rather meet her friends. Guys are climbing up the Helter Skelter there. I am just weaving in and out just because I keep seeing things and I think, oh, I don't know if I've seen that. Trying to keep pretty much the same route as I do on the other videos, just for continuity and for reference purposes, so it's easy to see the changes. I don't want it to be super confusing for people who are following along and trying to figure out, where was that on the last video and what state was that in yesterday, and things like that. So there is a few trailers just in the middle here that have actually got nothing happening at the minute. You can't quite tell what they are. But it's coming along. I don't think anything will beat my shock and astoundment of the giant wheel progress yesterday. There's Super Bob. No carriages on that yet, but that's the inner workings of it, look. As I say, as we get further on throughout each day, each vlog will be a tiny bit longer than the last, just because there's more to show you. So when it comes to the day before opening on Thursday, Thursdays will probably be bumper vlogs, hour-long vlogs, walking around. If they are too long like that, I might just skip the wagons. Let me know if that's probably the best idea. Just I don't want the vlog to be an hour and 25 minutes long just walking around. But I'll do what I can. Let's watch these guys do the caterpillar. You can see the caterpillar trailer, the caterpillar carriages there, look. It is quite chilly today. It's colder today than it was yesterday. It's not as wet, but it's colder. Feels like the wind's picking up as well. And it is starting to rain now. Literally, just as I said, it's not as wet as yesterday. It started to rain. There we go, look, they're getting the crane attached to the pieces. That's another piece being slotted in. Oh, that's cool. I am going to kind of like make a little bit more of a move now, just because it has started to rain quite heavily and the wind's picking up a lot. So the big wheel's going round. Look at that. It's testing. It's actually moving round. Obviously they have it moving round to put all the carriages on, but I've not seen it moving yet this year. Oh, it's chucking it down now. I just had to put my hood up just because the rain's quite heavy now. But that's it. That's this update. Saturday the 4th of October with 6 days to go until opening day. That is Hull Fair Pull On and Build update number 4. And this Hull Fair weather needs to stay away from Hull Fair. We don't want the weather. We like Hull Fair, but I was literally just saying about the weather as well. I was just saying it was dry. I'm just going to have to wipe the lens. Right. So do we take a walk down now in the rain, or do we leave it till tomorrow? I think I'm going to leave it till tomorrow for the wagons, just because the weather's properly turned now. As you can see, I put my hood up again. Horrible weather again. Right, so that's it. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please do pop a little like on it if you enjoyed it. Comment down below if you've got any comments or questions. I do apologise for skipping the living trailers and the wagons again, like I did yesterday. It's just the weather is really not in our favour today or yesterday, so it's not going to be enjoyable for me walking in West Park on the grass, getting my feet wet and getting myself soaked and cold. So I'm going to end this video here. So this was the October the 4th update, so come back tomorrow for October the 5th. I will be back tomorrow morning, probably in the morning. Hopefully better weather. We don't want weather like this. So yeah, I'll be back in the morning and we'll see the progress. So subscribe to the channel if you want to come along on this journey for the next 6 days and then opening. And I'm sorry about the rain. I have to keep wiping the lens just because it's chucking it down. So I will see you tomorrow. I'm going to go home and get dry now. So thanks for joining me from Hull Fair 2025 with 6 days to go. I will see you when there's 5 days to go tomorrow. See you later. Bye-bye.